this is additional video to all the transition techniques that we have done. So you can watch those, you can learn those from the other videos. Now with just a couple tips that I observed over the last, over my racing career and observed from others, or I figured out myself, and they are like gear related or transition related. Okay, so the evolution of transitions in the past was that you just do them as fast as you can. There weren't any restrictions really, no rules, so just figure out the fastest way and you did them. Now in the past couple of years ISM have introduced some rules that restrict it to, for example, have your ski poles in your hands when performing the transition maneuver. Now they have to be on the ground for the whole time, and so that changed slightly the sequence of the movements. So into the future, as the rules change, keep your eye on it and try to incorporate them as most efficiently as you can into your maneuvers. Nothing drastically will likely change, but even those small things, make sure that you incorporate them into your transitions in a way that you are in one motion, you're doing everything. You're not going up and down, up and down. When you go down to skis, you do everything that you're supposed to down there. And but make sure that you're not gonna end up cramping because you are in some weird position. So then the next stuff that about gear that helps you with transitions is that I like to keep both zippers. I put a black duct tape on this one just to make it easier to hold, make it longer. This one already had a manufactured red sling, and I like to differentiate them in color because in a race sometimes I end up with them like this or like that, and as you are going fast and your brain is not thinking, I like to see them right away that those are two different zippers. And sometimes for transitions I don't open up this top one, because when you have the pockets stuffed with lots of food or gear, they might come out, they might fall out. So therefore I leave this one up, or if it's cold, to protect my neck, I leave it up. And then I just use this bottom one, and that's what I do. So it keeps it tight. This is a little more tight than the other way around. So that's another tip. Then I like to carry my bottle, a water bottle, in this pocket. And yeah, it's stretchy pocket. You could put skins here or your bottle or food. I like to keep gels, full gels, in this little bag that is attached to my backpack, and then I put the empty ones into another pocket down here. Then another thing on the backpack that I like to do is to put some tape on this loop that is different color than the loop itself, and that's again so I can see it easier, and sometimes it makes the loop stiffer so it's easier to grab. So that's that. Then sometimes with skis, as you are doing the skis to skins on transition, they are either wet or there might be some powder on them, but mostly when they are wet, when it's spring like now, and if the surface is very wet and you just do one swoosh with your hand and it's still wet and it's late in the race, your skins have trouble sticking, then you might want to clean it as best as you can. And sometimes your gloves are just wet, so you're not doing any better job with them. So then just grab the ski and you can just wipe it against your thigh, against your race suit. That will get lots of moisture away from the ski, and then you can put the skins on and they will stick easier. And then another thing is that, let's say you break this lever on a binding, then let's say so it's broken. Now I don't necessarily have a climbing mode, so all race heels, they spin. Some are hard to spin. This is a Hagan ZR binding, and it's manufactured by the ATK, and it's hard to spin, but it's possible with lots of force. You can spin it all the way around. I probably went the other way. Okay, so you can go all the way around. You just need to use lots of force, then you can keep climbing on the other side. And when you have Dynafit bindings, they spin a little easier, so it's easier to do. Then you can keep climbing on this side, not on this side. But at the top you will have to spin back. So that's that. Then you always want to make sure before every race you can inspect the toe tips on your bindings, that they are nice, that they are not damaged, because that will impact how your boots, how well they attach, and so you're not losing the ski. So that's that. Then for ski poles, if you prefer the ski pole straps, then that's fine. That's what I prefer. But now lots of racers, they use these clip-on ski poles like cross-country skiers, and that's fine too. That's probably better for pushing. Sometimes they have trouble getting them off. So this is just simplicity, works for me. So that's that. Then yeah, with skins, when you are folding them, maybe during the race it's impossible to make it such a good job, but at least at the beginning of the race you have one pair of skins on your skis that you're starting the first climb with, but then you're gonna likely go to a second pair at some point in the race, or you're gonna end up alternating because of the temperature or the way the climbs are. So with that second pair of skins, you can have it just in these pockets. So I usually keep one pocket for one pair, another pocket for another pair, but lots of times what I do, the second pair of skins, I put it here, and that way it's against my body. And then you can to make sure that second pair in your suit is ready, the glue, the way that the tails are, when you put them together, it's not down here, because then it's tough to rip. So you overlap a bit of up here, and then it's easier just to separate and to rip it. So yeah, so that's all the tips. And then one for transitions, what I learned when I used to race triathlons, is that in order to do a best transition every time, it's when you're getting to the transition, about a minute or 2 minutes out of that transition, you go through the whole sequence of that transition in your head. I used to do that from swimming to bike. The last 2 minutes of swimming, I used to think, okay, what am I doing? I'm gonna put the goggles up first, then I'm running out of the water. I take my wetsuit off, and then my swimming cap, and then I finish the rest in the transition. So I do the same in Skimo. I'm going to a skins off transition, last 2 minutes, I see it's up there, and I run the motion. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna place the poles on the ground, I visualize it, and I go through the whole sequence. And you can do that even at home, in your bed, and it's a good practice. It just becomes engraved in your brain. So yeah, so that's all the tips that I have that are related to transitions. And other tips, you can check out the skintrack.com website, or check more videos, as I will be adding them with another, whether training or just strategy. Yeah, whatever. Okay, thank you for watching.